Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to dive into a classic fable that's just perfect for practicing your English. It's a really short, simple story, but wow, it has such a powerful message about logic, feelings, and fear. Let's see how we're going to break it all down.
So, here's our game plan. First up, we're going to listen to the story itself. Then we'll take a closer look at the fawn's very logical question and his mother's really emotional response. After that, we'll uncover the story's deeper meaning and wrap it all up with some key vocabulary words to help you remember everything.
Okay, let's get right into our first section. I'm going to read the entire story for you. All you have to do is listen, and you can follow along with the text on the very next slide. A young fawn once said to his mother, "You are larger than a dog, and swifter, and more used to running, and you have your horns as a defense. Why then, O mother, do the hounds frighten you so?" She smiled and said, "I know full well, my son, that all you say is true. I have the advantages you mention, but when I hear even the bark of a single dog, I feel ready to faint and fly away as fast as I can. So, now that we've heard the story, let's take a closer look at what's really going on between these two."
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, right? The fawn's argument. He approaches this whole problem with pure, clear logic. Let's actually break down his way of thinking.
So, just to be clear, we have our two main characters. First, there's the fawn, who is young and sees the world in a very logical way. And then we have his mother, whose experience has given her this really deep fear that, well, logic can't just explain away. And this right here, this is the big question that kicks off the entire story. The fawn just doesn't get it. He can't understand why his strong, capable mother would be afraid of dogs. He needs a logical reason. I look at this. He presents his evidence like he's a lawyer making a case. He gives 3 clear, factual reasons why his mom shouldn't be scared. She's bigger, she's faster, and she even has weapons, her horns. Logically speaking, she has every single advantage.
Let's look at that second point again. The fawn says his mother is swifter. This is a fantastic vocabulary word. It's an adjective, and it basically just means she is faster than the dogs.
And for his third point, he brings up her horns as a defense. This word just means any tool or ability that you use for protection. So logically, she should feel perfectly safe. But does she? Let's switch gears and look at the mother's response. Her answer is really the heart of the entire story.
You know, the first thing she does is agree with him completely. She says, "You're right, everything you're saying is absolutely true." She doesn't argue with his logic one bit. She knows she has these advantages.
And here's the crucial part. The logical part of her brain knows he's right. But this instinctive feeling, it just completely overpowers her rational mind. A simple sound, a dog's bark, triggers this overwhelming physical and emotional reaction that just shatters all that logic. She says she feels ready to faint. You know what that means? To feel so weak or scared that you might just collapse. Her fear isn't just a thought in her head. It's a powerful physical feeling that she absolutely cannot control. So, what's the big lesson here? What is this story trying to teach us? Let's explore the moral of it all. Okay, so this is the traditional moral that comes with the fable. Now, calling the mother a coward might sound a little harsh, right? Maybe it's more helpful to think about this as a conflict between two very different ways of seeing the world. This slide shows the main conflict perfectly. On one side, you have the fawn's logic. It's rational, it's based on facts you can see. But on the other side, you have the mother's fear. It's internal, it's emotional, it's a gut reaction. And what the story shows is that sometimes that emotional side wins, no matter what the facts say. All right, to wrap things up, let's do a quick review of the new vocabulary words and really lock in the main lesson from this timeless story. Here's a great little chart for you with all the key words from the fable. Take a moment to review them. Maybe try saying them out loud. This is a really fantastic way to build your English vocabulary.
So, if you remember one thing, remember this. We can't always reason our way out of our deepest feelings. Emotions like fear often operate on a completely different level, one that logic just can't touch. That's the powerful truth hidden in this simple story.
And that brings us to the end. I'll leave you with a question to think about. Can you think of a time in your own life when you felt afraid, even when you knew, logically, that you shouldn't be? It's a fascinating question, and it shows just how relevant this ancient fable still is today. Thanks for joining me.